Hilary Fordwich. Also here, former Chief of Staff for the EPA and Heritage Foundation, visiting fellow Mandy Gunasekara. So, ladies, I kind of point this out to people sometimes that they're not even talking about actually cutting spending. They're actually talking about cutting the expected growth by a little bit less. So they're cutting what they expected to grow by, which is confusing to most Americans. But Joe Biden says that unless the GOP removes the possibility of default off the table, he will not negotiate. Hillary, is it smart for Joe Biden to take such a firm stance like this?
Well, it's a pleasure to be back with you again, Johnny. A few things here. I think it's very sad that he goes to such an extreme point and is so polarizing to say these are wacko ideas and that this is MAGA Republicans. That's just so divisive for our nation. It's not good for anyone. And what Americans see, every American sees four things. Well, actually for politicians, because somebody else puts the gas in their car. Every American is seeing the price of things in the supermarket. Every American pays their bills. They also know whether they're safe, and they know what the cost of living is. Now, the cost of living is going up. Why? Because so many of the policies that President Biden has had. And ironically, one of the things that we didn't see in that clip there from McCarthy is that we're only going back to the 2022 spending limit, and that was what Obama had approved. He also wants something that both Clinton and Gingrich agreed on. They agreed to have Americans work to have benefits, social benefits. Many of these things are reasonable that Democrats agreed to. And last point here, he actually voted for, when he was a senator, he would only vote for the debt ceiling to be raised if there was fiscal responsibility and fiscal constraints.
Right, and that's surely on the path to where McCarthy's going. Mandy, what are your thoughts? Should he take such a stance like this? Doesn't seem like he has a lot of leverage.
No, I don't think it's serious criticism, but Biden hasn't proven himself to be a serious president. And it really is, to Hillary's point,
Going to be looking after, not unfortunately, the American public, probably, but more likely their seats. If they want to stay in office, they know there needs to be some sort of agreement. And one thing that's very sad is that, just think about it, if we had just indexed Social Security to life expectancy years ago, and if we just do it now, the unborn child is not going to riot. We're not going to have riots like Macron has faced in France if we would index it to life expectancy.
Right. Fantastic stuff. Hilary Fordwich, Mandy Gunasekara, thank you both very much.
Pleasure.